That's the cue.
What's up, YouTube? It's Eric from Team Stardust, and tonight I have a Dark Magician deck profile for you guys. And I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I know I don't have everything for Dark Magicians, but this is done pretty well so far. Without any further ado, let's just jump right into the deck profile.
Don't pay attention to the man behind the camera eating a bag of marshmallows.
That's Master BC, a very close friend of mine. He's like a little bro to me, so.
And I will be his editor and sometimes a cameraman too.
First, I'm going to kick it off, of course, with 3 Dark Magicians. Space them out there so you can see them all. I play the 2004 art because I enjoyed this art since I was a kid. I like the original as well, but I just really enjoy playing this specific art right here. And as you all know, he is the heart and soul of the deck. So there's that. Don't know what I was getting ready to say there, but anyway. I play 3 Apprentice Illusion Magicians. This card is pretty unique. You can discard 1 card, special summon her to the field, then add a Dark Magician to your hand. I apologize for my speech impediment. So, combo off, you get Dark Magician to your hand if you play her. Then, during battle, quick effect, you can send her to the graveyard and say you have Dark Magician on the field. He'll gain an extra 2,000 points. Right now, she is a great level 6 to have in the deck. Then we have our Searcher right here. Magician's Rod. 3 of him because of the fact it is can be optional. You want to play 3 Rod? Cool. Whatever you want to do. But he's a great Searcher, and he is also just, he's there for link summons as well. Or not, I just mainly use him to search. Then he has the graveyard effect as well that you all know. And then I play 2 Chocolate Magician Girls. Chocolate has the unique effect of discarding a spellcaster from your hand to draw 1 more time from your deck. And then when she is targeted for an attack, you can play a spellcaster from your graveyard, redirect the target to that spellcaster, and then the attack points of my opponent's monster will get cut directly in half. I play the 1 Dark Magician Girl, classic art. And she is a must for the deck for reasons. I've seen people play her, and so that's what I kind of want to do because I have reasons why I play Dark Magician Girl. And also, you can't go wrong with the OG classic art.
You hit up a dog.
If you hear that in the background, that is Logan. That is the pup that lives here with me. I think he's got a sneeze or something. Sorry about that. I play the 1 Magician of Black Chaos Max. He is basically another way of getting spells back to your hand and all. But other than that, he's just a fun ritual to play, in my opinion. And so that's why I play him, is to get spells back.
He's overexerting himself. That's why he's huffing and puffing.
And then I play the
lay down.
I play the 1 Palladium Oracle Mahad.
Chill out. No.
When you draw this card, you can play him, and then after that, you basically battle a dark type monster. His attack points will double, and if he is destroyed by battle or card effect, I can special summon Dark Magician from hand, deck, or graveyard.
The dog's trying to get my marshmallows.
Then I play the 1 Magician Dark Illusion. With him, he's counted as Dark Magician while on the field, and he makes a great defender. And can save you in a lot of plays. And also, too, before I put him up, if you're activating a trap during your opponent's turn or whatever, you can play him during that time. Next, I'll play the 1 Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. Let's get a spellbook card from your deck to your hand. So your optional point and obvious point is get knowledge to your hand for draw power and see what the outcome will be of your draws. Now onto the spells. I play 3 Dark Magical Circle. This card is your main key in the deck, one of them anyway. Is you can literally banish any card on the field as long as you control Dark Magician when he is summoned or special summoned. So any way that Dark Magician is played and you got this on the field equals banish, plus you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck, and if any are Dark Magician or Dark Magician spells or traps, add one to your hand and arrange the cards in any order that you want. Next, I play 2 Successor Soul. This is an easier way to get Dark Magician onto your field by attributing 1 effect monster you have on field and 1 that your opponent has, and you instantly get a free Dark Magician because it states attribute 1 effect monster, then target 1 effect monster your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard, then special summon 1 level 7 or higher normal monster from your hand or deck. You can only activate 1 Successor Soul per turn. You can only attack with 1 monster during the turn you activate this card. So basically, you can special out the Dark Magician from your deck so easily, and all that great stuff. But I play that too for safety measure. And next, I play the classic Thousand Knives. When you have the Dark Magician on your field, you can simply just eliminate a monster that your opponent has on the field, so long as you have the Dark Magician on your side. Again, I apologize for that. Next, I play 2 Dark Magic Attack for back row wipe when you control Dark Magician himself. I play 2 Pot of Duality. I'm waiting to get Pot of Avarice in the mail, so I have Pot of Duality here for the meantime. I know it locks me out of special summoning for the turn, but this could be helpful for like stalling or whatever. And also you excavate the top 3 cards and choose 1 and then shuffle the others back into your deck. Next, I play 2 Eye of Timaeus. This card will allow me to bring out any Dark Magician fusion that I need at the time. Say, for example, Dark Magician to Dragonite. Say,
you might want to push that further.
Say that you have.
No, this towards you.
Oh, okay. We have a new setup, so excuse that. But
he can't see what I can see. He can just know. I just gotta tell him where to put his cards.
We have this new setup that we're trying now, so hope you guys like it. But basically, you can get Dragonite out with him instantly. So that is just an example of how Timaeus works. And next, I do play 2 Soul Servant. Basically, you can add any Dark Magician card from your deck to the top of your deck, shuffle the rest of your deck, and then that card goes on top. Say, Dark Magical Circle. You want Circle? Put it on top of your deck. And then has a graveyard effect for as many Dark Magician, yeah. I'm going to read this to you guys so that way it's clarified and you guys don't get confused. Place 1 card on top of your deck from your hand, deck, or graveyard that is Dark Magician or specifically lists Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl in its text except Soul Servant. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, Draw cards equal to the number of Palladium monsters, Dark Magician, and or Dark Magician Girl with different names on the field and in the graveyards. You can only use this effect of Soul Servant once per turn. So basically that is the power of Soul Servant. It is a great quick play, I must say. And then I played 2 Secret Village of Spellcasters just to lock my opponent out of using any spells. Because if I control a spellcaster, my opponent cannot activate spells. But if they control a spellcaster and I don't, I'm screwed. Needless to say. So, yep, you just lock your opponent out from using spells. Basically, when you control a spellcaster on your field and they don't. For the one-ofs, I play Dark Burning, not Dark Burning, but Dark Magic Twin Burst. This card basically is a power-up for Dark Magician for every Dark Magician Girl on the field and in graveyards, if I'm not mistaken, that's how it is. Target 1 Dark Magician you control gains attack equal to the combined attack of all Dark Magician Girl currently on the field and in the graveyards until the end of this turn. You can only activate 1 Dark Magic Twin Burst per turn. Alright, I was correct. Awesome. I'm just reviewing so that way you guys have no confusion whatsoever. But it is just a power-up for Dark Magician as in combination with the Dark Magician Girl. And then I play the 1 Strength and Unity. This card basically is a great continuous spell because basically what it does, I'll read it to you guys. If your ritual or fusion summon using Blue Eyes, White Dragon, or Dark Magician, you can target 1 card your opponent controls or in their graveyards banish it. You can only send this face-up card from the field to a graveyard, then banish it. You can send this face-up card from the field to the graveyard, then target 1 level 7 or higher normal monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand, or shuffle it into the deck. You can only use each effect of Strength and Unity once per turn. Basically, it's in combination, so you can use this for Dark Magician, you can use it for Blue Eyes, but for me, I prefer to use it here in Dark Magicians. I play the 1 Spellbook of Knowledge. Spellbook of Knowledge is a draw power, basically for you to send a spellcaster from your field to your graveyard, and then I believe it's two cards. Send to the graveyard 1 spellcaster you control or 1 other spellbook card from your hand or face up on the field except Spellbook of Knowledge, and if you do draw 2 cards, you can only activate 1 Spellbook of Knowledge per turn. Okay, I was correct on the drawing. It is two cards that you get, so it's just draw power mainly, and it's exceptional. I play the 1 Secrets of Dark Magic. This quick play spell card will allow you to instantly fusion summon or ritual summon, for the most part, is what this is based on around to do. Play the 1 Dark Magic Veil. Dark Magic Veil will allow you to basically pay 1,000, spell summon a Dark Spellcaster from your hand or graveyard. So you can bring Dark Magician back, or you can just play any Dark Spellcaster that you need at the time by simply paying up 1,000. Just use this card wisely. That's just my advice. Now, onto the great combo right here. I play the 1 Dark Burning Magic. The Dark Burning Magic needs both Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl on the field in order for it to work. You can blow up your opponent's board with this in 1 turn, as long as there's no way of them stopping it, of course, and that is a fun card to play. I play 1 Magical Eyes Fusion. Banish 5 spellcasters with different names from your graveyard to your banishment zone, and you instantly get a fusion monster. So basically, this is in combination with Quintet in order to get him out. Next, I play the 1 Field Barrier. It's the lockdown for Secret Village and for your opponent, so they're locked out of their spells permanently. I've done this combo so many times to my buddy Joe that it's not even funny. And he still to this day does not like it. I play the one card destruction. Basically, depending on your hand, you can use this right away, or you can just wait until it's the right time to use it, then get a fresh start of how many cards that is in both your hand and your opponent's hand. Because you both will end up drawing the same amount that you had in your hand. I play one Illusion Magic. The Illusion Magic is there to send one spellcaster from the field to the graveyard, and then you instantly get 2 copies of Dark Magician directly to your hand from your deck. I play the one Monster Reborn. Revives any monster from either player's graveyard. One Dark Magic Inheritance. Dark Magic Inheritance will simply allow you to banish 2 spells from your graveyard at one Dark Magician spell or trap that lists Dark Magician, of course, or Dark Magician Girl. Next, I play the one Bond between teacher and student. If you control Dark Magician, you can use this card to play Dark Magician Girl from your deck or from your hand. If I'm not mistaken, it's from your graveyard. Let me check that for you guys. If you control Dark Magician, it's supposed to one Dark Magician Girl from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Yep. And you set 1 of the 4 cards from your deck. So Dark Burning Magic, Dark Magic Twin Burst, Thousand Knives, or Dark Magic Attack. I always go with the Dark Burning Magic combo, of course, because, again, it's fun. Onto the traps, I played 3 Eternal Soul. Eternal Soul is there to help you get Dark Magician or get 1000 Knives or Dark Magic Attack from your deck to your hand, and it prevents Dark Magician from being unaffected by card effects because he's the protection for Dark Magician. So basically, in simpler terms, you can play Dark Magician right away with this card, and then he is unaffected by card effects. Also, when the card is destroyed, all of your monsters just go with it. And that's the sucky part about the card. Now, I've also played 2 Magician Navigation. This card allows me to play Dark Magician from my hand, and then 1 other Dark Spellcaster from my deck to the field. Also, I can have a little fun to negate by banishing this card from my graveyard. Because it states, switch summon 1 Dark Magician from your hand, then switch summon 1 level 7 or lower Dark Spellcaster type monster from your deck. If you control a Dark Magician, except the turn this card was sent to graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 face-up spell or trap card your opponent controls. It has its effects negated until the end of this turn. So that's pretty much what I mean by a little fun with the negating part, because you just gotta try to keep Dark Magician on the field long enough for you to be able to access that play. For the rest of the traps, I play the 1 Dark Renewal, 1 Metaverse, and the 1 Magician combination. Well, Magician's combination. Dark Renewal is there to tribute 1 spellcaster you have on the field and 1 ever monster your opponent summoned that turn. You tribute both of them for a Dark Spellcaster, which in my case, I go with Dark Magician. Metaverse is there to help you get Secret Village out right away. Magician's combination is there to negate. You gotta swap out. Say you got Dark Magician on the field, swap out for a Dark Magician Girl. And then if this card is destroyed, you can destroy 1 card your opponent has on the field. That is it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck, I do, to start off with, play the Almighty Quintet Magician. Basically, he is a broken card. Not only does he have 4500 beat stick, but he cannot be destroyed by card effects, and you can blow up every single card that your opponent has out on the field. Be more specific, I'll read it to you guys. Well, just to clarify. Must be fusion summoned. If this card is fusion summoned using 5 spellcaster monsters with different names, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. This face-up card on the field cannot be tributed nor used as fusion material Also, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. So this is just a really broken card here. That's what I'm getting at. And it's just a ton of fun. Next, I play 2 Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. This card counts as Dark Magician while on the field. And then also he is the protector of your back row. And you can revive him with Eternal Soul, which is the fun part. And he is also a 3k beat stick, and again, a lot of fun. Next, I play the 1 Amulet Dragon and the 1 Dark Paladin. Amulet Dragon is there for every spell that is banished. He gains 100 attack for, and you can bring Dark Magician back if he ever leaves the field. Dark Paladin is there for basically if there's a dragon deck you're going up against. You can sit there. He gains 500 attack for each dragon on the fields and in graveyards also too. He has a negating effect where you just discard to negate and all that fun stuff. And they're just really fun classic cards to play with for the deck. Next, I play the 1 Dark Cavalry and the 1 Dark Magician Girl the Dragon Knight. Dark Cavalry is there for each spell or trap that is in either player's graveyards. He gains 100 attack and he can deal piercing, and so I'm not missing anything. Gains 100 attack for each spell or trap on the field or in the graveyards. If this card attacks the defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. When a card or effect is activated, then that targets a card on the field. Quick effect, you can discard 1 card, negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. Just a really amazing card to play with because negating, dealing the piercing, and then the attack boost, it's just all there. Now, onto Dark Magician Girl the Dragon Knight. You just discard 1 card, pop a card off your opponent's field, and it can happen during either player's turn, so long as I'm not mistaken, because that's why I keep reading these cards to you guys. So it's return, quick effect, you can discard 1 card from your hand to graveyard, then target 1 face-up card on the field, destroy that target. Alright, so once per turn, it had to be on my turn. Alright, that's cool. Because, again, she's a classic, and you can't go wrong with her for either, Dark Magician Girls or the Dark Magician deck. Now on to the XCs here. I play the 1 Ebon Illusion Magician and the 1 Ebon High Magician. Can't speak. These two are really great, but I hardly ever go into them. I mainly go into Dark Magician the Dragon Knight or Dark Magician Girl the Dragon Knight or Dark Paladin or whatever fits at the time. But other than that, I use these mainly for defense. But if you're curious on why I don't go into them hardly at all, because I never see a reason to, but they are there in case I need them. You can also exceed summon this card by using a rank 6 spellcaster type Exceeds monster you can control as the Exceeds material. Exceeds materials attached to that monster also become Exceeds materials on the field. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Exceeds material from this card. Special summon 1 spellcaster type normal monster from your hand or deck. When a spellcaster type normal monster declares an attack, you can target 1 card your opponent controls, banish it. You can only use this effect of Ebon Illusion Magician once per turn. I should try that a little more often, but these are a must for the deck. Now for Ebon High. While this card has Exceeds materials, you can activate a quick play spell. So you guys can hear me. While this card has Exceeds material, you can activate a quick play spell card or a trap card from your hand during your opponent's turn by detaching 1 Exceeds material from this card. At activation, if this Exceeds summon card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, or or if this exceeds summon card you control is sent to your graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon one Dark Spellcaster type monster from your hand or deck. Then you can destroy one card on the field. Well, that says it all. How great these two really are, and I should really try going to them a little more often, especially if I'm in a really tight spot. And yes, the moment you all been waiting for, in case you all wondered after all these years, I still have the Ghost Rare of Red Eyes Flare Melodragon I had pulled on my first video. I'm never getting rid of this card as long as I live, just so you all know. This card basically, as long as it has Xyz material on it, it cannot be destroyed by my opponent's card effects. Also, each time you activate a card effect, then the 500 points of damage are dealt to the opponent, of course. Which is when they activate a card effect, or, yeah. Why did I say when you activate a card effect? I meant when your opponent activates a card effect. This will show you how long it's been since I've done deck profiles. That's alright. I'll get better again as I go. I played the number 11, Big Eye. Basically, this is about taking control, and it's permanent. So, the downside is Big Eye cannot attack the turn he activates his effect, but Air Knight is a really great card for the deck, and a highly recommended rank 7. Next, I played the 1, Naruto, the Moral Leader. And in case you're wondering if I ever used her before, no. But I will read her off because I hadn't got a chance to read her as much. Once per turn, once per turn, when your opponent activates a spell / trap card, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card and negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. So basically, it's another negate and a ton of fun. Now on to the last of the Xyz monsters, number 20, Giga Brilliant. Basically, it's a power boost for all monsters, including yourself, by detaching one material. So, all monsters on my field gain 300 attack each time I use its effect. Then, of course, I play for my Link monsters, Decode Talker and Witch's Apprentice. And so, of course, you guys already know what these do. And other than that, that is it for the extra deck. I do have a small side deck to show you guys. I play the 1 extra Bond Between Teacher and Student, Spell Book of Secrets, and Breakthrough Skill. This is just a small side deck in case I ever need to swap out anything or whatever. Breakthrough Skill is a negate when activated, and you can banish it to do it again. Spellbook of Secrets is a search for any spellbook card you need, and you already know what Bond Between Teacher and Student does. So, that is it for the deck profile, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. Comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed seeing this deck profile. And if there's any changes that you want me to make, please let me know, and I will get to them as soon as possible. And again, this is my first Dark Magician deck profile that I have ever done on the channel. And I've played Dark Magicians for quite some time. This is just something I just really want to show you guys. But again, hit that bell icon to get notified when I upload brand new videos. And hit that like button if you enjoy my content. Comment down below what you guys think. And join the Stardust Notification Squad if you ever want to catch these deck profiles. But without further ado, this is Eric from Team Stardust signing out.